Oh, hello there. It's me, Fairy Princess Blossom. I hope you're feeling happy today, because I'm not really feeling it today. You see, over Christmas, my aunt, Fairy Elsie, welcomed a new fairy baby, and her name is Bibble. I couldn't wait to be a big cousin so I can play with her, make things with her and laugh with her, and maybe even teach her how to fly. But when Aunt Fairy Elsie allowed me to hold her, all she did was cry, and she just wouldn't stop. It made me feel terrible, and I didn't feel like a big cousin. And the other day, I came round to visit her, but the minute she saw me, she started crying again, and I tried feeding her, but she wouldn't stop. And I tried everything else, but again, all she did was cry and cry and cry. I don't like being a big cousin anymore. It makes me feel terrible, and it's not fun at all. You know, I was hoping to visit Emily today. I've been seeing her for some time, and she's great with advice and knows exactly how to make things right. Hey, would you like to come with me? You would? Well then, let's get my fairy wings ready. And let's go! Hi, Emily.
Fairy Princess Blossom, hi! You don't look very happy. Is everything okay?
Well, not really.
Oh, why? What's happened? Tell me all about it.
Well, my Aunt Fairy welcomed a new fairy baby named Bibble.
Really? That's fantastic news! Will you tell her I say congratulations? Oh, I would love to meet little Bibble. She must be so beautiful.
I don't think that's a good idea, because Bibble does nothing but cry, and I keep feeling sad. And I also feel a little bit lonely.
Oh, I see. Well, I know how you feel. I have a little sister too, so I remember how lonely and hard it was for me, but that's what babies do all the time. It's not an easy thing to do, you see.
You had this sister? I didn't know that.
Well, of course. I have two sisters. I have an older sister called Evie, and I have a little sister called Eva. And I am pretty sure that maybe Evie would love to talk to you all about it. She's probably knows better than I.
Wow, I never noticed.
You know, there is a story I once read when I was little. It's about a little mouse named Angelina Ballerina, and she had a baby sister too, and it is called Angelina's Baby Sister.
Story time!
Angelina was so excited. Very soon there was going to be a new baby in the family. Angelina couldn't wait to be a big sister, and it was hard to think about anything else. Even when Miss Lily gave Angelina a beautiful china statue as a prize at her ballet school. Perhaps you can make up a dance to welcome the new baby, suggested Miss Lily when Angelina thanked her. Angelina raced home to show her mother the lovely prize. Angelina ran so fast that she almost bumped into Dr. Tuttle as he was leaving. Your mother is resting upstairs and she has a surprise for you. Angelina leaped up the stairs and into the bedroom, and there were her parents gazing lovingly at the newborn baby. Her name is Polly, said Mrs. Mouseling happily. Would you like to hold her? Angelina couldn't believe how delicate her little sister was. I'll be a good big sister, Polly, Angelina said softly. Angelina's father smiled at her. We know you will, he said. That evening, Angelina and her father made supper while Mrs. Mouseling stayed in bed with Polly. Don't worry, pretty soon your mother will be up and around again, said Angelina's father. But now we have to take good care of her. Angelina felt sad and confused. Why should one little baby need so much attention and make her mother feel so tired? Angelina played with her pretty china dancer. Before she went to sleep, she placed it carefully on her dresser where she could show it to her mother. But the next day, Angelina's mother was so busy looking after the new baby that there was no time to look at Angelina's prize. And the day after that, Polly sneezed several times and Dr. Tuttle came back to see that she didn't catch a cold. Mr. Mouseling was a good cook, but Angelina missed her mother's special cheddar cheese pie after school. Having a baby sister was not at all the way Angelina had imagined it would be. A whole week went by. Angelina went to school every day and tried to be good, while everyone fussed over Polly, but it was very hard. The weekend came and Angelina's grandparents arrived to visit. Angelina could hardly wait to see them again. When the doorbell rang, she raced to answer it. "Granny, Grandpa," she shouted, "just look at this." Angelina started to show her grandparents her new dance, but Grandma hugged Angelina quickly and said, "Wait just a minute here, Angelina dear. First we have to go see the new baby." They went upstairs and Angelina could hear anyone laughing and talking together. She stamped her foot as loudly as she could, but nobody heard her. She tried to do a few steps of her dance, but it seemed stupid and clumsy. Upstairs, Grandma was tickling Polly's toes. "Isn't she just adorable?" Grandma exclaimed. "Angelina, come and join us," called her father. But Angelina didn't want to go and see Polly. At that moment, she hated Polly and wished Polly would just disappear. Angelina was so upset that she stomped to her room and slammed the door. Still, nobody came. Angelina felt absolutely miserable. She was sure that nobody cared about her anymore. Grandma and Grandpa didn't even want to see her dance. Angelina grabbed one of her stuffed toys and threw it as hard as she could across the room, where it landed with a thud. Then she threw another and another. Angelina threw all her stuffed toys and all of her dolls. Then she threw all her papers and crayons. She jumped up and down on her bed and gave her dresser a terrific kick. The dresser shook and down fell the china dancer, where it broke on the floor and lay in pieces. "Angelina!" Everyone was standing at the door. Angelina threw herself on the bed and burst into tears. Mrs. Mouseling sat down on the bed and took Angelina in her arms. "You were just as sweet as Polly when you were a baby," Angelina's mother smiled. "But now that you're bigger and we can do things together, I love you more than ever." "I just wanted to do my new dance and show you my beautiful prize, but I got so angry I broke it." Angelina pointed at the broken china dancer and cried even harder. "I know someone who can fix it," said Mrs. Mouseling, and she gave the little figure to Grandpa, who went off to get the glue. "You promised to show us a dance," Grandma said, smiling, "and we've been waiting all this time." Slowly, Angelina began to feel better. "I guess it's not so easy to get used to being a big sister," she admitted, wiping her tears away. Grandma and Grandpa helped Angelina pick up her toys and they all went downstairs for tea. Mrs. Mouseling had baked Angelina's favourite cheddar cheese pies. "I wanted to surprise you," she said. Then Mr. Mouseling played his fiddle and Angelina did her special dance to welcome her baby sister while Polly giggled with delight. That night, Angelina showed Polly her favourite book and helped put her to bed. "You know," she whispered, "when you get bigger, I'm going to teach you to dance too."
And that's the end of the story. I hope you understood it a little bit more and just shows that you're not the only one who had a bit of a struggle. And eventually Angelina became to love Polly just as a sister. And I am pretty sure that you and Bibble will get along just fine if you just give her a bit more time.
I guess you're right. I suppose maybe I could do a special dance for little Bibble. I mean, of course she is still a baby, but I must give her a bit more time to settle. And I'm definitely going to put on a little dance when she's able to feel happy and feel so smiley again.
That's good to hear. And I can't wait to meet little Bibble. I'm sure that she'll be very pleased to see me.
Oh, I don't know if that's a very good idea. I mean, she'll probably cry again the minute that you see her.
Don't worry, I know all about babies. I know exactly how to take care of them. Anyway, I think maybe she would like to see you again sometime, so...
That's true, I guess. As long as you can keep her company and maybe help me out a little bit more. Well, I guess I got to go. She'll probably be waking up soon.
Okay. I'll see you soon, Fairy Princess Blossom. Bye!
Bye, Emily, and thank